Before you start that summer bucket list, the road trips and planning those destinations, there are a few things you need to do when it comes to your car. Give it the proper maintenance. I'm here with Rick Hughlett at Rick's Automotive, and you're going to walk us through all of it.
Absolutely. The secret to a great vacation is being prepared ahead of time, and the most important thing to get prepared is your vehicle. One of the most overlooked things on any vehicle is the spare tire. It's always in a case of emergency, you're alongside the road. Now, where is it? How do you get it off? How do you change that tire? Check that out ahead of time. Some cars don't have a spare tire anymore. Sometimes they only have a air pack and a can of Fix-A-Flat. But if you do have a spare tire, locate it. You can do that by looking at your owner's manual. If you've misplaced your owner's manual, you can go online, look up your make and model of car. It'll tell you where it is. Also, make sure the jack is there and that all the pieces are there. Sometimes a neighbor comes by and needs to borrow a jack handle, and you give it and you forget about it.
One thing that you mentioned to me earlier when we were talking was you might get a low tire pressure light.
Right.
And you think all your tires you've checked, all the 4 tires seem just fine. It may be the one that you don't see because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yes,
right?
The spare has a tire pressure sensor on it also. So if you've looked and they're all fine, check that spare. It's a good thing to do once a year anyway, is check that spare, because not only do you know where need to know where it's at, how to change it, you need to make sure it has air in it before you leave.
Okay, so we're talking about things you might miss. And Rick, this is something that if you don't catch it, could be a huge headache down the road.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, the thing you don't want to do is have a blowout on the road. Everybody knows to check for the tire pressure and the depth of the tread. But one thing people don't know is the date code. Each tire has a code on it.
I actually didn't know this.
Yes, it will tell you the date of the tire was made. And if you find the DOT on the tire,
okay,
the first 2 digits are the week of the year, the last 2 digits are the year. So this one is the 6th week of 25. We kind of say 6 to 10 years. 10 years definitely is stretching it. 6 years, you need to be looking at replacing tires. This is something that goes bad even if it's sitting in the driveway. That date code is just as important as the pressure and the tread depth.
And that could help you catch dry rot.
That can keep this from happening.
Okay.
This is what you don't want to happen on your family vacation. Of course, this is an extreme example, but that can show 2 things. Run the tire underinflated, especially on a hot road where the heat tends to build up, that it actually deconstructs the tire. But this tire is definitely beyond its age, and that's what can happen.
And if you bought all 4 tires at the same time, then you're going to have this problem potentially in all 4 tires.
Exactly. You don't want to just replace the worst tire. If they're around the same age, replace all 4.
Also, if you notice your AC isn't working really well, you probably want to get that checked so you don't end up without AC on this big summer road trip.
That's correct. And sometimes the AC is working okay in town. When you do that pre-vacation trip check, they'll probably check that, make sure it's fine. But some things that can crop up while you're on the trip, if you start noticing water gathering around your feet and the air conditioner is not blowing quite as cool as it was, there's a good chance the drain hose is plugged up, and that does happen mainly on trips. You're producing more condensation as you're driving. So not a big repair to do, but it will lessen the amount of cold AC that you get out of the vents. So
make a stop then?
Yeah, absolutely. It will fill up the carpet if left unattended. Another thing, wiper blades, not a big deal, not an expensive deal. In fact, a lot of the automotive parts stores will put them on for you. If you haven't done them this year, I'm going to say just change them. I mean, don't worry about how soft they are or anything. If they haven't been done, just change them. It's going to make your trip a lot more pleasant. And it seems like this is going to be a pretty rainy year so far. So that's definitely a safety feature that you want to be aware of.
The kids are packed up, you're ready to go, but you need to pack a few extra things.
There's a few other things to take along that could make your trip, it could save your trip and your life actually. A lot nowadays, I know it's pretty popular to go off-road. On the highways, we have a lot of places to stop that we didn't have when it was Route 66. Now we got a lot of places to stop and get help. You're off the road, you're on your own. So a few things we recommend. First of all, water, which is good to have anyway. But if you're getting stranded, that can be safe. That can be good for your health. They make a lot of roadside kits. This is a safety kit. It's got bandages and things like that you need for a wound, but it's also got flares and things like that. If it's at night, you're trying to alert people that you're broke down. A good flashlight is good to have in the glove compartment at all times anyway, just not only on trip.
Check the batteries.
Check the batteries, yes. Make sure it's got good batteries.
That's right, yes.
And then a tire gauge, because you want to keep track of your tires. And it's not only checking them before you go out somewhere, you want to check them before you return also, because on the highway, heat builds up the tires. And if you checked them when they were hot, they probably showed more than what's really in them. So you want to check your tires cold. Another thing that's popular nowadays, most people use their phones for their maps, and make sure you got a good charging cable for your phone, and make sure your USB ports or your USB-Cs are working in the vehicle. So even though you got the cable, you got to have a power for them. So that also can be a lifesaver. The phones, we use those for everything nowadays. And then
this I like. I need to get this.
They're very nice. In the past, if we always took jumper cables, which isn't bad to have, but when you have jumper cables, you have to have another vehicle to jump it off of. With these packs, and this is just one kind, there's many brands, and there's all different expenses. They can be from $200 up to $700-800, but usually for just a passenger car, if you don't have a large truck, these will work just fine. This allows you to jump start your car without another car, and they're very strong. It's amazing what these little packs will do.
It's not very heavy at all.
No, we used to judge a battery by how heavy it was, and that means it was a lot better. But now with the type of batteries they're using, plug this in. They've also got lights on them. They got flashing lights to alert people in traffic at night if you're broke down. Some of them even come with a little air compressor to help air your tires back up. But the main thing you want to look for is the power of the unit itself. All the other things are nice, but and they'll jump start your car several times.
Update the maps.
Update the maps. Yes, it's a good idea. Most phones are updated already, but if you use your instrument cluster as your map, make sure that it's been updated. That's got the latest maps on it. And it's not a bad idea to kind of look at your trip that you're going on, see if there might be any service centers along the way, especially if you're driving an older vehicle, because you might be out of cell reception and you can't just call for somebody. So kind of look and see where you're going, and see the service centers, how close you would be to one if something did happen. You don't want to just start out walking.
Right.
Yes.
You want to know, hey, if we can get to this stop, I know that this place is here.
Exactly.
I looked it up.
Yes,
All right.
Exactly.
So that is what's worth knowing before you take that big summer road trip. Thanks, Rick.
And have a good time.